Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe is my first Instapot recipe. We'll be making yogurt. The first thing to do is that you will turn the dial until you get the yogurt setting, and this is a Instapot Ultra. So I'm not sure about how the other Instapot works, but this is how this one works. So you're going to press it and it will tell you that it's going to start boiling. So you're just gonna turn on start and put in your milk. I made a yogurt out of 1 gallon milk. So the ingredients you'll be needing is just milk and some leftover yogurt from what you already have. Make sure that it is plain yogurt. If you are going to make more whole milk yogurt, make sure that you are using whole milk. If you are going to make low fat, make sure that you are using low fat milk. Now this step it won't take that long. It just boils the milk and then it will tell you when it's ready, and the little sign yogurt will come up and it will stop heating and everything like that. Make sure during this time that your Instapot vent button is actually pressed and the steam is being vented, or else the milk will burn. Once your milk is boiled, you are going to take the silver pot out of the Instapot and you're going to set it aside. When you set it aside, you're going to leave it out for around, I left it out for a good 45 minutes with occasionally stirring it just to get the steam out. So you need to bring the temperature of the milk back to 115. So you could either just let it be and just let it cool down by itself, or you could just stir it here and there and make that process a little bit faster. And the thing is that yogurt, after this step, it's going to take around 9 hours to ferment and make the yogurt. So make sure that you're doing this step early morning so that you don't have to be up at night taking the yogurt out of the Instant Pot. Or you could actually do this step right before you go to sleep, and then put the yogurt on the Instapot so that it could cook throughout the night. Now what I did was I constantly checked it every 10 minutes to see if the temperature was on, because I actually started this a little late than I should have. If you were to start this, I would recommend starting at 8 o'clock in the morning so that it could be finished by the time you go to sleep. I actually started this around 12 o'clock, so I was up till 1 or so putting it away. Alright, so this part is actually really important. What you do is you put this back in and clean that later. And then all Instapots come with this little cup. Right? This little cup, and it has measurements on them. You take 1/4 and you're going to pour it in there. Okay, so the deal that you're going to do here is that you're going to take the 1/4 of yogurt. I'm actually going to take some of the milk and put it into this little container you have. And this is one of the things that just helps get the yogurt like fully into the milk. And remember, the yogurt, before you put it in, make sure the yogurt has active cultures in the ingredients. And because of those active cultures, you will be able to make more yogurt. Now that it's like that, you're going to mix it in. What I like to do is I like to get everything, so just like dip it in and swirl it around. Do that. Take your thing and just mix the yogurt in. And the next step is that you're going to press the dial and you're actually going to change the temperature. So make sure that you cancel the first yogurt setting. You're going to cancel the first one. You're going to press the dial, press it on temperature, put it on medium. Then the minimum amount of hours that it allows is 8 hours. That's the minimum amount for the fermentation. I do 1 hour up. You can do 10 hours. The more hours that you add, the more the yogurt will be a little bit sour. Now just close it and make sure you press this button right here, and that is pressed throughout the whole time. This makes sure that it is venting. If you use the other Instapot, I'm pretty sure it has it on the screen where you could press the venting button and it vents throughout the whole time. As for yogurt, what it does is that instead of counting down from 9 hours, it actually counts up, so it tells you how long it's been on for. Now after 9 hours are done, what it does is that it shows the word yogurt again, like the first time after it was done boiling, and it starts beeping. So that tells you that the yogurt is done. It does not keep the yogurt warm or anything like that, so if you were to technically leave it for another half an hour, you'll still be fine, but I suggest not to do that. Now take your yogurt out, and there will be a little layer of water around the sides, and it will look a little bit jiggly. Now you could either take this out right now and put it in the fridge, like put it in a different container, but I would suggest not to do that, because there are people that do that and their texture of yogurt does not stay the same. So I would suggest to leave it in the Instapot pot and cover it and put it in the fridge overnight. Once it sets overnight, then the next morning you would take it apart. So this is actually the next morning, and I'll try to show you a close-up of the yogurt. And there still should be a little bit water on the side, not too much. If there's too much, then probably something went wrong in setting it. In that case, you could just pop it straight back into the fridge. Now the texture of this yogurt is actually amazing. It is just like a yogurt that you would buy from the store. Now at this point, this is actually the next morning, and I just put it into around 4 different containers. So normal yogurt containers that you would find at the store, I put 3 of those, and then I had 1 Glad medium-sized Tupperware as well that fit all this yogurt, and this is only 1 gallon. So if you don't make yogurt at home and you buy yogurt on a weekly basis, so sometimes have to buy 2 or 3 and you use yogurt a lot, I would really suggest using this recipe. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and stay tuned for more videos.